Reality is, the more risk you take, the luckier you get. So people need to learn to take one big risk a day. Every day take a risk and build up that risk muscle, because risk is where success comes.
Risk must be taken for the greatest. Hazard in life is to risk nothing.
Take the biggest fucking risks of your entire life right now. Remember, you have time.
I think that most people, the reason that they lack success in their life is that they lack the courage to make the decisions that need to be made to put them in the position that they want to be in.
You can get so scared, and you can be so easily lulled into the idea that good is good enough, that feeling safe and comfortable is what you should always be looking for. That way of thinking, in your 20s in particular, dead fucking wrong. I want you to start to create this mindset of taking risks and going big.
Yeah, dog. Welcome to R2R. Welcome to Wreck to Riches. Don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, all the post notifications. You guys know the drill. Go out there on Twitter, retweet this, tell a friend, tell a family member. We're live. Tonight, we're going to be covering a very important topic. Right? We always got to be prepared for the worst. And when you're prepared for the worst, there's no hiccups. What do I mean by that? Well, before we get into this, hold up. Always remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm for damn sure not a professional. This is for pure entertainment purposes only. Don't ever allow an influencer on any social media platform out there to influence you when it comes to cryptocurrency, because you might get wrecked and lose it all. All right. Whew. Now we got that out the way. Before we begin, shout out to the official R2R sponsor of the live stream and video content. Head over to dexfi.com/bonds, where they paid out a whopping $824,864. We've been talking about them since June of 2025, early June of 2025, and they've done nothing but get bigger and bigger and bigger over on Base Chain, where you earn stable tokens, right? USDC, APR 27.29%. What do you get? Well, when you go over there on Base, you mint your bond. It's only $70 in ETH right now. That's 0.0224 ETH. And you get exposure to the same strategies they use with complete expert entry and exit timing. You got that precision, managed liquidity and range settings all done for you. Sit back and collect like clockwork. All right. So don't forget to head over to dexfi.com/bonds, where you can start to earn today. All right. Now, the topic of tonight. All right. The main event, the showstopper. We want to talk about the RWA Vaults over on the Wise platform. So head over to app.wiselending.com/RWA Vaults and let's dig into it. Everyone wants to talk about APRs and, high risk, high reward, the exciting things out there where you risk it for the biscuit and you try to, make a name for yourself, make a killing, right? Double up, triple up, quadruple up. But the safe plays, right? The plays where you take not a token that was created out of thin air and try to hit the moon, but take stable tokens and put them to work. So we could be heading into a bear market. This is going to be a perfect opportunity. We could be heading into a bull market. This could be the perfect opportunity to have a piece of the portfolio in something that right now I believe is on the verge of being the new big sector of cryptocurrency. So what do I mean by that? I believe privacy coins are going to be very big in crypto. Whether we're in a bull or a bear, they're going to be appreciated assets out there that is a must-have for privacy. And I think real-world assets are going to play a big factor in the transition into the digital world known as cryptocurrency. All right. So real world assets is what the RWA stands for. And the vaults here right now, you can choose to be on Ethereum, right? Blockchain or Arbitrum. They have different deposit amounts right now so far. They're known as World Mobile Vaults, right? Airinode USDC strategy. Right now on Ethereum side, there's 657,000 USDC where you get a fixed APR of 20%. All right. Same percentage, fixed APR of 20%. But for the World Mobile Vault, the Airinode's USDT strategy, that has 25,200 USDT currently. Switch change to Arbitrum, right? Same thing with the vaults, just on a different chain. Right now, if you log into Arbitrum, you can see that the USDC pool has a total of $113,000, earning fixed APR of 20%. USDT has 10,800 USDT, 20%. So you could just pick, whether you want to do the USDC, USDT, whether it's on Arbitrum or Ethereum. That's available to you. The biggest pool right now is on Ethereum with the 657,000 USDC, earning that fixed APR. So the real world assets that we're going to be talking about right now, it's interesting because crypto is transitioning into real world assets and bringing digital currencies into the realm of earning, different APRs out there, and the strategic ways that they onboard people to be excited about that, to gain interest from users that are like, okay, fixed APR sounds great. RWA, what do you mean? What real world assets? So let's jump into the docs here. It's important to do your research, right? World Mobile. Okay, so what is it? It's a telecom company, right? So with this telecom company, right, they got this innovative technology to connect the unconnected people of the world. All right. So what they have is a sharing economy business model, and it produces revenue. So Wise platform, the Wise, let's call it, they're like a business, right? So the Wise ecosystem, right, joined that business model as a partnership with WM, which is known as World Mobile, okay, to bring that yield opportunity to their platform in the form of a 20% fixed APY vault for USDC and the USDT, right? And remember, this is created to produce a sustainable, recession-proof yield, okay, with real-world assets. That's why it's so cool to see that being displayed in the form of cryptocurrency. Random King, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you here. And so we have those vaults. So how will they work? We already looked at the UI portion of the website, where you can see where you can change from between Ethereum and Arbitrum, and you can see the 20% fixed APY. But it's on the Wise Lending site. You can click the link in the docs. I had the link in the description. The link's going across the bottom area here on the live stream as well. And you're going to connect your wallet. It takes 2 transactions, one for approval, one for depositing, right? And then from there, you can earn your yield, which is 20%. You'll be able to compound that anytime you want. When the interest hits, you can compound, add to your position. Pretty simple, basic UI stuff. And then when it comes to liquidating, we're going to get into the good stuff right now too, but it's important to know that when you decide to exit the position, right, it's called liquidating your principal. So what happens is a user can retrieve the principal. Let's say you go in with $10,000 from the vault by setting a sell order. So what that does is it switches all the new money coming into the vault to purchase your sell order first before sending any more funds to World Mobile, which is their partnership, right? And then you'd be able to see that in a tab when you put that sell order. And I've already tested this as well on a wallet. And you see your sell order pending. It's queued up. Maybe it's the number 1 pending, 2, 3, 4, and it eventually gets filled. Always gets filled. It could take a day. It could take a couple days, depending on the amount of money that's coming in. So that gets filled, right? And then you'd be able to withdraw it and straight to your wallet plus all the interest you've earned. So how safe is the vault from attacks? Because the main thing in cryptocurrency that people are confused about is the smart contracts in cryptocurrency, the hacks, the exploits and all that. How is it safe from that, general feeling of just like, what if something happens, like the rug pull, money gone? Real world assets are different when it comes to that aspect. So taking a look here, the World Mobile Vault automatically forwards all of the USDC deposits directly to World Mobile, right? Who then they use the funds to buy nodes to build their internet network. So there's no principal funds sitting in the vault that could be attacked. And that's crucial because a lot of times you see this money go into a smart contract and you're like, who's got the keys to it? Is it decentralized? Someone gets the keys, hacks them, the money's gone. You've seen all that take place before. It's like nothing new when something like that happens on a cryptocurrency DeFi platform. So the money goes straight into World Mobile. So the node infrastructure is secured as part of the cost for the nodes, and then any maintenance is handled entirely by World Mobile itself. So that just gives you the assurance that once you put your USDC, let's say you put $10,000, you can count on that passive income source that requires no maintenance and with very little risk. Okay. So the revenue coming back from World Mobile every month is placed back into the vault for users to claim, and then users can avoid the unlikely possibility of an attacker finding, some kind of exploit to steal the incoming revenue by promptly claiming their interest from the vault every month. So a little bit about World Mobile and what it is. Like I said, you got to go into the docs page and read all about it. But just like with Airbnb for hotels and Uber for taxis, World Mobile has applied the sharing economy model to the internet carrier companies, right? So that's not all they've done, because they've actually developed a breakthrough in the technology as well, where World Mobile networks are 8 times cheaper and can be set up much faster than any conventional method out there. So it's a technological breakthrough right now. And with World Mobile, they've taken that approach. We're building the infrastructure for providing the internet, right? So that the conventional way has always been building cell towers, but with World Mobile, they utilize aerostats like blimps. You can see a photo here. So in order to accomplish that, the same work as 12 cell phone towers do, a World Mobile launches about a 75-foot tethered blimp in the sky that carries the radio transmitters. So the blimp basically beams connectivity down to air nodes on rooftops, which then provides internet to the households, the cell phones. And this method is 8 times cheaper than the competition out there. So they're also consistently finding ways to improve the cost even more. And the most recent study, when it comes to this technology, is proving that this is something that, it's way cheaper. That's why you have this opportunity with World Mobile, and this partnership exists. So let's talk about it being, sustainable and recession-proof. These are all things that are important, whether you're in a good market or in a recession, whatever it may be. Why would this be sustainable and recession-proof? And plus, on top of that, provide yield. So the internet connectivity, it has a need and a want, right? So we depend on it for everything from jobs, transportation, communication, all sorts of aspects of lives, right? In our lives. So people are willing to pay for internet, to get that connectivity as much as they're willing to pay for food and housing. That's hands down. We know that. So for that reason, World Mobile's revenue model is extremely reliable and recession-proof for that reason. And they're cheaper than conventional options. So with people in developing areas of the world paying less than $2 per month for internet, and each plan is rolling a 1-year contract, that is why they're able to offer the 20% fixed yield. So if anything, might be able to increase the fixed APY amount as World Mobile becomes more efficient. Can the APY ever change? Okay. Something I just about mentioned right now too. So the yield is going to come directly from World Mobile. And the customers are rolling on what they call annual contracts, meaning the revenue is secured for the foreseeable future based off the 1-year contracts. So there would be 1 year of early warning before that could change. Now, with World Mobile found as a way to build their infrastructure, like I mentioned before, 8 times cheaper than the conventional methods out there. So it's very unlikely that legacy companies will rush to adapt it. So with World Mobile, it's made, name for themselves to have become a trusted partner with just about every network that they've launched. So they believe that they will continue to offer the high APY for decades to come, which is pretty awesome. And the Wise team's commitment is to maintain a 20% fixed APY as long as World Mobile keeps delivering the value. All right. And that will be provided in the vaults, which is USDC and USDT, both on Ethereum and Arbitrum. And then, how big of a market is this in reality? So what may surprise you is that over 30% of the world fits this category because of the efficient way they do things. So World Mobile can provide competitive alternatives anywhere you can fly their aerostats, which is most places. So World Mobile's already active in the USA and Reno, Nevada, which struggle to find connectivity from conventional carriers. So there's a niche, right? And you'll be able to have a piece of that APY in the form of USDC or USDT by clicking the open position, 2 transactions, one for approval, one to deposit, and start putting your money to work. So for me, you guys know I love yield. I always got to be printing something. If I'm not printing, what are you doing? If you're not holding stables at all times during bear and bull markets as a security blanket for prices go down, or you need the capital to get into something new, what are you doing? So as you sit on the sidelines and wait, my honest opinion, you might as well park your stables into something that has a competitive advantage and is going to be able to yield you some revenue, right? In the form of APR, and you can't beat 20%, right? You can't beat that. That is very unique. And we just went through, the company as far as the real world asset with World Mobile. And that is going to be a big movement in crypto where there will be other companies and other platforms. Maybe they give you 5%, 3%, 10%, 15%, who knows? But right now, this is the highest I know of. And for me, it's a no-brainer. Get that 20%, let the money sit, let it compound and grow, because you can compound that interest and just print, right? You can't get these real world asset types of investments even in the real world. Only in crypto right now does this, exist. So it's all about taking advantage of those opportunities. While they're there, the windows of opportunities, they come and go. And this is red hot right now. It's working. And everyone that I've onboarded, it's like, bro, this is freaking awesome. So check it out. Do your research. Again, the link is in the description of the video, guys. You want to go to app.wiselending.com/RWA Vaults, and you can do a test, right? You can come here, open a position, connect your wallet, choose USDC, or you can choose USDT. You can swap over to Arbitrum if you'd rather use that. It's cheaper on that blockchain for gas fees across the board. There's a good amount of money on this end, but again, wherever you can fit in, get in, and do your research. Don't forget to smash that like button. Drop a comment. Till next time, we shall do it again. Yeah, dog.